help you even when I'm losing. Like today, you can see where I was buying and where I got out. Today was bad. I was holding. It was just not a good trading day for me. But you can see how I can see that support there. Um, so today is the exception. It's not the rule. Normally, if I buy off this support, I can get a chance to get out. Today, it wasn't the case. I would buy here off support and it would just rip straight through it. It wouldn't even shutter. So normally I get a shutter for a chance to get out. But you can see the easy support levels here. This is a support buy. These are sellers. You see how easy they pop out. I built my level 2. So this is a level 2. This is what Ross uses over here. And he just looks at the numbers. I'm not sure how he does it. I can't do that. I'm not numbers guys. I do it this way. It seems easier. And I'll buy when I see green, and I try to sell when I see red over here on my time and sells. You can see how big I got it. So this is how I'm doing my trades. Most days I'm very, very successful. I'm down 11 grand. I gave back my last 2 weeks. I'm very fortunate this week has been a very profitable week. Yesterday was, I don't like to, this is terrible. I wish, I would only be red $1,000, but unfortunately I gave back all of Monday and Tuesday and I don't know, last week. I had a couple of $2,000 days last week as well. Initially, deposit into my account was only 5 grand, and I'm sitting at 15. So I'm still, that's a month ago. So I've given back a couple of weeks, still green on last month. Obviously, red on this month. I don't know. I have to look at everything. If I make that my priority, I just trade my P&L, and I just don't do well. So I like to leave that. So that's just for me. I don't recommend anyone do that. As a beginner trader, I did track everything, and I discovered about myself that if I focus and track all that stuff out, um, I can't trade what I see on the time it sells in level 2. I trade my P&L, which is bad. So for part of my psychology, I have to block all that out. Um, so that's, yeah. So hopefully I answer your question. You kind of get an idea, so you can kind of see what it's like to trade over my shoulder and see how it can potentially help motivate, help you to see today is not, it is what it's all part of trading. I'm gonna have, I knew that. I was thinking about that last night too. I was like, I'm gonna have a red day. I certainly, now if this is the largest red day I have for the next 2 years, I'll be very happy about that. But it's not likely, not at all, because I intend to size up. I want to be on Ross's level. So if I want to be a big boy like Ross, I got to be able to stomach the heavier losses. That's just the way it goes. I sized up, trying to get big profit, and got bigger loss. It comes with it. Bigger losses come with it, and so I intend to keep going. I will though, obviously. I think that's proof is in the pudding. Especially from yesterday, I just sit tight. Looking at the overall conditions of the market, a lot of pop and drops, man. Just it's brutal. With dispersed attention, penny stocks dominating. We have a penny stock that's up 150% that started at 80 cents and it's at $2. It's above $2 and holding. That's amazing. That's really amazing. That's good. Lets me know that if we get something that meets my 5 pillar stock selection that's within my sweet price of 3 and 8, it could, and it just has that strong news catalyst. It can really accelerate up. I'm waiting for that symbol that goes up 4, 5, 600%, and that's kind of where I'm waiting for it, being patient, and know when that happens, I'm gonna lean in tough. I'm gonna lean in, and I'm gonna try to rack out $15,000, $20,000 a day, which is certainly doable. I've done it before in the past, so we'll sit tight, you know, keep moving forward, try to keep my psychology together and get through it. Um, False news. I don't think they can give false news, but they get really tricky with the wording. They'll reword old news, and it'll sound nice. Um, that's why I say when we finally get that theme of the market, let's just say in the past has been bio tech research. So if that's the theme of the market, other companies will put out similar headlines, like if it's biotech research or let's say private placement, private placement news. They'll give similar headlines, and then that company too will repost that same news and just word it differently to try to get people to notice. So you'll get that kind of news. So you call that false news. You can't call that false news. It's just, so that's why another reason why I saw the news. It looked, it was fresh new headline. The market was responding well. It was accelerating up 50 cents to $1. So I thought this was the one. So I thought this was the trade. This is the one I've been waiting for. It's going to go to the moon. It's going to go up at least 200 or 300%. So I jumped in aggressive and got fried. I got flamed on it. It wasn't the case. It did a full round trip. Got burned on it. It just comes with the territory. So and so in another sense, tomorrow we come and when looks like GRI has actually news come out on it now. That's fantastic, phenomenal. 8:30 news just came out. Okay, that's the bottom of the hour. So in the same sense, well, it's, fast forward to this summer, we're going to see a lot of that. We're going to, the news comes out, and so the news is part of it, but I really like to see how the market responds to it. So I don't see a news headline and just jump on it. So I don't dive deep into the headlines too often. I certainly will try to do it more often now that I've just got my head tore off today. Tough day. I do appreciate all the new subscribers. I really appreciate that. You guys are really believing in me and showing me a lot of support even through this brutal. I really brutal day. But I ain't. This is what I do. I love it. I love trading the market. You can make an argument I'm addicted to it. I'm not going to argue with that. I would not agree with you, but I'm not going to argue with you. But I love it. Today is one of I can never say how brutal it was me coming up, and the silver line to that is I can shake losses off. I like to use movies as my reference. It's kind of like when Stickler got in Blade, so you know what movie I'm referencing, got caught by by the vampires, and they tortured him. They turned him into a vampire and tortured him for 3 years. Stickler was Blade's #1 man. He helped him. He actually created Blade because he saved his mother was pregnant. He saved the kid. His mother was bit by a vampire. She had a baby, which was Blade. So he was born a vampire. I don't know if you know the Blade story, but anyway. So he was the one. So the vampires finally got him and tortured him for 3 years. Turned him to a vampire, tortured him, put him in blood, and he did that for just brutal for 3 years. And then he got away, and then they caught up with him and said, He looked at him and smiled and said, "Do your worst, sunshine. I've been there, done that. Do your worst. We'll settle up afterwards." And then that's the kind of idea. So that's the perspective I like to have. So sitting tight. OMEX, CYCU. I thought I was watching CYCU. I wasn't. Why isn't this not on my watch list? Man, GRI just MASK. OMEX is still grinding, holding 2. CY. I'm gonna take GRI off my watch list. I don't even want to see that one. That's a dead stick, coach. CYCU. It's got news that just came out at 8:30. Fresh news, or it's a reposting of the previous news. It's their first year, some kind of earnings report. It's kind of flaky news. It doesn't seem. It's kind of flaky. Not sure what that news is, but CYCU is definitely curling, accelerating. I'll pull it up. Nice move, nice acceleration. Just popped out of nowhere. We was watching this one earlier. It didn't really do well. Popped and dropped. Be another situation where it's just weird. $1.40 and it just accelerates straight up to $2. Straight up to $2. Wow. So it's sitting tight. I'm gonna wait. See how it does. Holds if it pops above 2 or holds. $2 from these lower price stocks is kind of a critical pivot. Generally, they'll hit right underneath 2 and then slam right back down. This one's already popped and dropped. Sorry about that, YouTubers. I'm a little behind. So yeah, this is where I was watching it. I'm not sure. I may even took a trade on it. I don't think I did though. It just accelerated up and just slammed down. It was just brutal. And then an hour later, it just accelerates. News comes out at 8:30, and the market just responds. So this will be another situation where it looks like insiders may have knew the news. So they kind of took some positions. People kind of responded to it, and then they sold. It's accelerated up, and then 8:30 news comes out. It accelerates up. So it looks like insiders might have been, I don't know. It's just one of those things. You can speculate all you want. You never know what's really going on, but it looks kind of funny price action there. So I'm watching it. I still feel like we're getting closer to a symbol going parabolic. We're going to get a 300-400% move coming up soon. I just feel like that's coming. Just the way everything's going, all the volume, everyone is really here in the market right now. So I'm sitting tight. Not interested in trading CYCU. Just sitting tight. So another lower price stock hitting the screener. I was really interested in see how CYCU holds this move. See that huge red candle on the 1 minute volume profile? That's what I was waiting to see. I wanted to see how it holds this move. This huge red candle here. It's a red flag. So, because it's already popped and dropped once, pretty brutal. Back here initially. Just slam down. Okay, yeah, the 20 EMA is definitely a valid support level. A lot of traders use on the 1 minute chart. Nothing's really pulling away. Nothing's really accelerating. I mean, of course, OMEX is just doing a phenomenal, up 150%, up over 150%. But everything else is it's just brutal. It's brutal out here. A lot of pop and drops. It's super dispersed attentions. The market doesn't really have a catalyst. It doesn't have like a theme. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm like feeling like companies, they see the volatility. They see everyone's like, it's like you have a classroom of 500 people and everyone's just kind of, there's a lot of energy. Everyone's here excited, but they got no focus. So we're looking for a company to kind of step up to the podium to give it a great news announcement where, the crowd looks and focuses on them. And when that happens, it's gonna be magical. It's gonna be magical. So that's what I'm kind of looking for, waiting for. I definitely thought that it was the one. EDGI was the one for that. I was totally wrong on that. Big sellers were hammering those support levels that I was buying, and I was just shocked about that. It was very shocking. Every support level I bought, I just got blazed. I suppose, I don't suppose. After the first time, I should have just stopped. But I got triggered, and I was like, what is happening? So, it's all right. Get back on the horse, regroup. Yeah, you'll see that too. In a hotter market, it's going to be critical to notice that when something else is accelerating up, tension shifts. When there's a dispersed attention, you see, I like how you said that. Definitely notice that CYCU took the wind out of OMEX. Yeah, you'll see that. So that could be another frustrating thing too. So it's sitting tight. Oh, man, yo, my Discord is under attack and it's getting annoying. Yeah, cool beans, cool beans. So sitting tight, being patient. Speaking of my Discord being under attack, it's very important you guys make aware that there's a lot of imitators out there, just scammers. And I don't direct message anyone. I will never message you first on any platform. Um, so if you're getting someone that's looking like me, messaging you first, um, just want to block and delete them. It happens so much and so often that just block and delete them, and just be mindful and be safe. I don't promote anything. I don't try to send my members into any other websites. That's another reason I built a learning library, to keep everyone into one place. It makes it a safer community. So be mindful of that and be safe. So sitting tight, being patient. It's a red day. It's a bigger red day. Yeah, it's unfortunate. It seems like Discord promotes like people doing that sort of stuff, and I have to pay. That's the reason. I mean, honestly, I would create these things and it'd be free. I put the price as low as I possibly could, where I wouldn't take it. I don't want to take a loss running the Discord or anything, but it's just break even, just a little above break even, not worth doing it. But that's what I mean. In order to keep it safe, I have to pay for all this security, and it's like that's obviously Discord's making money, so it's one of those things where you just I don't know. Maybe Discord's in on it, maybe not. Are they benefiting from it? You can make an argument they possibly are, but WAP is a little better. WAP is a little better with security, but there still are um, people trying to DM my members on WAP, or just any major community, any not even a major community, but any community. So be mindful, be safe. I want to encourage and motivate, even through it's gonna happen. It's just the nature of this beast. We're here. You're gonna have red days. It's just the way it goes. So so I'll get through it. 100%. 100. And that's why it's critically important to build a track record of success in a simulator. So when you're in this moment, like me and Ross and everyone, anyone that's a trader, you're gonna have days like this. It's just the way it goes. You won't try to maneuver your strategy. Like I have not even a thought about me maneuvering my strategy. And that's because I know it works. I know it's good to go. It's me. It's my psychology. That's the problem. I failed the psychology part. I failed reading my time and sales correctly and responding. I should have reduced my size. Looking at the sentiment of the market, I'm sizing up heavy. I shouldn't have been doing that. I should have pulled money out of my account like I told myself I was going to. I just didn't, thinking the market's going to heat up. And greed, literally greed. That's literally why the loss is as big as it is, because I didn't pull money out of my account, because I was thinking about profits. I was thinking, hey, if we get a symbol to go up 400%, I want to be able to maximize and take 20, 15,000 shares of it and have it go up $2 a share, make 30 grand. That's literally that's literally why I didn't execute and pull the profit out of my account. So yeah, case in point, greed to get you. You gotta respond to what's going on. But yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Initially, I started with a stream, $500 account. Go back to the day one. I mean, which is great. It's all there. It's so if you really, I mean, that's a lot of time. I wouldn't think you. So I'll just tell you, that's a lot of time to go through all those hours. Yeah, day one, $500 account. You can go back to the first stream and to make it easy for you and watch it. $500 account. There was a day. What symbol? I got it. My notes here. Hold on. I scroll back. I forgot. I got a notes here from the beginning. I'll tell you what. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. That's when I built. Jeez. That's when I built Discord and WAP. Okay, let's go. Okay. BNAI right here. This day. I don't have a date written down here, but it was that day. I think it was a Friday. I had $500 account. BNAI. I was sitting at my desk and it lost its mind. It went from $25. Well, it went. Where did it start? You guys remember that one? I can't remember where it started, but I was sitting there doing work at my desk, building literally the WAP and Discord you guys are taking advantage of right now, or utilizing. I'm sorry, not taking advantage of. And BNAI, at just earlier that morning, I deposited $5,000 into my account. In BNAI, so all of the deposit, I was at $500. I sent a $5,000 deposit to my account already. BNAI accelerates up. I have $600 buying power. I can't remember what my buying. It was under 1,000. and it accelerates. I add $4,000 on my account, so my account's up 4,000. I put the deposit of 5 in. My account's at just under 10. It's like 9,000, something like that. It's like $9,000, just under 10. Okay, so that's where I've been at with the stream. I took in some money out. I think I made 2 withdrawals. I have to look. 2 withdrawals, 5,000. So I pulled out 10. Today my account was at 28,000. So so that gives you perspective. Yeah, I'm well into the profits. Well into my profit. I mean, look at the last couple of days. They don't take much to do the math. And then a lot of times, the P&L you see, it's just once I post it, I don't keep reposting if I do more trades. If something accelerates in the afternoon, I just happen to be at my desk. But a lot of time, because I'm building the WAP, I'm building the Discord, I'm answering questions, I'm just dedicating most of my time is here. I'll take a trade or two in the afternoon. I'll add to my P&L. So yesterday I didn't do it. Monday I did. I took some trades and I think something moved and I made another $600 or $800, something like that. So yeah, so I'm this 10,000. I'm totally fine. I think my count right now is down 10. It was at 28. I'm at 18, 20. So I don't know, 18, 20,000. So sitting tight. Man, how much was in the hole before I turned profitable? It was the beautiful thing about it was I always stayed. If you guys see something, call it out. I'm watching scanners. ELAB is. I don't want to be like I'm not trading. I'm still here. I'm still focused. I don't even have ELAB on my watch list. I just guess I didn't like it that much. We'll just throw it up here. It still hasn't broken 5. I'm answer your question. Okay. Anyway. Okay. So I didn't. I always recommend now. Okay. First of all, the C Pro platform by CMEG is it's without it I would not be here. I wouldn't be profitable. I wouldn't be broadcasting. I'd still be in the dungeon. I don't know. Eventually, I feel like I definitely would have made it, but it's just been a huge contributing factor because of the way they structured it. Okay. Right now they do have a promo going, so I don't get anything for it. I'm just telling you my story. You can, if you feel like it'll help you, go for it. If not, that's fine too. Um, I think it's 90 days commission free. Just throwing that out there. $100 minimum deposit, $29 a month. That's the barrier to entry. But they have a fantastic simulator where it's just a push of a button. Like my screen you see here, this is the simulator. There you go. That's the same simulator. There's nothing that changes. There's a button I push up here. There's a button up here. I push right above, right next to my account information, and that's pretty much it. So it takes an aptitude to stay in the simulator. And like I said, your question was how much was I down from to my total career? I mean, counting how much I paid for Warrior Trading because I bought Ross's course. I don't know if you count how much I paid per month for the live stream, and I was buying Day Trade Dash, which is $300 a month for both for members. So looking at all that, and then when I say I had 9,000 hours of losing, I was trading a $200 account. Margin call is 100. So every time my margin call was only $100. So it wasn't like I was losing. It wasn't like today where I'm down 10,000. No, when I was coming up, I would never have my account higher than. I think back then I got to $1,000 and ended up taking a huge blow, back down to 300. Then I was doing that teeter solder back and forth there, get up to $1,200 account. Oh man, got hit back down to 8, back down to 4, back up to I was doing that for a long time, and then I haven't blown my account in 18 months. It's been forever. I don't do that anymore. I kind of start cutting my losers. So yeah, I did the math real quick. I don't know. So my debt was low. It was less than 15,000. So once I had my first 15,000, right now I'm 200,000. So I'm newly profitable. I'm very honest and open about that. I'm not a guru. I don't have a Lambo outside. I'm just I'm building a barn dominium. It's $180,000. It's not nothing crazy. I mean, if you look at it, it looks like it's worth a lot more, but it's not. It's $180,000 barndominium. It's really nice, really nice. Really excited about it. But yeah, that's the reality. I'm a newer beginner profitable trader from Warrior Trading, fresh. I am 10 months, between 8 and 10 months into my consistent profitable career. So my goal, the reason I started, the reason I'm even here, a lot of times I really think about shutting it down. Honestly, it's so stressful. Because every day something goes wrong. Every day. And I'm not talking about my trade. That's outside of trading. Just with the website. Nice curl on CYCU. I don't know why I'm watching that. CYCU is just, it doesn't have multi-chart alignment. MACD's negative. Not interested to take a trade. Nothing. There's nothing here. Nothing here. So, as I was coming up as a trader, it was dark. There was no community for, you know, Warrior Trading was a nice community, but you got to have a lot of money. If you don't have a lot of money, starting off, I didn't have a lot of money. And most of us don't. Most people don't. So I wanted to create a space. I remember sitting and browsing through YouTube and saying, okay, who can I hang out with? Who can I talk with? That's kind of a day trader. If I was futures or Forex, yeah. OMEX is doing another curl for a new high a day here. Wow. I don't know why it's not going crazy on the scanner. It should be. For some reason it's not. Oh, it's not. Yeah, that's a high a day break. 230. Not sure why I didn't hit my scanner. Day trade dash is slacking. Nice pop. Wow. It's still accelerating up. It's up 168%. Still moving. Almost 100 million shares traded. It's still holding above $2. Nice. Let's see what it dropped down to just 2. That's where I was trying to trade it. It did drop just below 2. 97. Saw some support down there, and yeah, look at that ride. Down here and pop, down. Huge reach. Wow. Big sellers coming out. Huge rejections. This it's still a scary ride. I'm going to leave that one alone. Just not really accelerating. If it starts accelerating, 10, 15, 25 cents, I'll trade it. I'll trade that. But this grinding up. Sorry, guys. You're not even seeing it on YouTube. Sorry about that. So I was talking about these drops are brutal. See these huge, quick, brutal drops. This acceleration up. So yeah. But yeah, so I was looking for a space where someone was trading the stock market. And then they were trading live on YouTube. There was a few YouTube traders live, but it didn't really, I felt like they wasn't really, it's kind of like they were jumping around, just trading kind of everything. They wasn't the style, there wasn't a lot of consistency. I think for the most part, I show consistency. I do have these days, unfortunately, losing, but it's just part of the journey. Try to keep them further and further apart. So I decided to give it, instead of complaining about what wasn't there, I decided to be what I wish I had. So that's why I'm here. So hopefully, and the idea is too is I kept coming across these, I don't know what term to use, gurus. I'm not really sure. I'm not gonna badmouth anyone. Never gonna name anyone. It's just not. I'm all about support in this space because it's very tough, very, very tough. But it's when I see people selling courses for $300, $400, $500, and I look at them, I'm like, a lot of them average between $150 and $300, and everything that online is free. Ross shows if you're a beginner, you can learn your strategy, the basic language of the market is free, and that's why I created the learning library. That's the idea. You're not paying me for the learning library. That's free information. You're just really helping keep the community alive because I got to keep everyone safe from the scammers. So that's where the donation of the $9.95 goes. So, but yeah, a lot of people are they're taking advantage of the newer people coming to the market because they're selling a course on stuff that you can probably get for free. At least Ross puts out there the first beginning. And as you get more advanced, you're gonna, I would recommend where I went, which is I'm really glad. Ross Warrior Trading is awesome, but treat it like a college though. So. Yeah, I don't mind. I'll do that. I see someone asked me, they jumped out on YouTube and said, hey, can you go over, I believe you mean the bull flag candle. Yeah. So yeah, you're talking about what I actually talk about every morning with my VIP subscribers. I talk about what worked for me. I trade the bull flag pattern strategy. There's a bull flag strategy, and Ross, this was so hilarious to me. Ross puts that free online. Wow. Excellent, Tony. Excellent, man. You're doing awesome. Awesome. Nice work. Thanks for posting. Thanks for sharing, man. That is awesome. Congrats, man. That's what's up. Ross puts the bull flag strategy online for free, so that's why it's in my curation. I don't disclose any warrior trading. Okay, Ross is up. Excellent. 3,000. Kept it. Sorry, guys. I got a lot of information going here. How do you know that? He must be watching Ross. He hasn't reported on the news desk. Okay, but yeah, thanks for sharing that. It looks like Ross is up 3,000. BBGI, the one I got absolutely destroyed on. I mistimed. It's just mistimed it. But no, nonetheless, the bull flag strategy pattern is free online. It's in my curation, so if you're curious about it, there's like 15 or 20 strategies. It's just not it's a deep dive into it. So it explains you how to do it. Ross puts out there free. It's awesome. So, but yeah, every morning with the VIP morning masterclass, I talk about my bull flag strategy and why that, and that's the strategy I know I'm good. That's literally why I'm still sitting here with my hotkeys on, because if something comes out with breaking news and it's accelerating up, it has a 5-pillar stock selection, I'm seeing the bull flag strategy set up, I'm gonna try to chip away at my deficit. But right now it's not showing that. So I know the bull flag is gonna pull me. I know 100%, without a doubt. So that's a strategy I more or less mastered. One strategy. When things get ugly, like today, and support and resistance is my secondary strategy. I'm not that great at it. You see, I make a lot of mistakes on that. But how many times have you witnessed me like fumble the bull flag? Rarely ever. And that's the idea. And this is what I talk through my VIP members every morning. So if you feel like that'd be helpful, you come on, sign up, and hang out with the VIP masterclass. And I'm just going over what's already free. Check out. Just go to Ross's website if you don't want to hang out with the community. That's totally fine. And type in bull flag or type it into YouTube and make sure Ross should pop up and circle that and study it and take notes. And but yeah, I talk about the bull flag, and the reason I love the micro pullback is it's a different strategy. It's a strategy I use when something's accelerating up. Is how do you buy that? How do you manage the risk? I use, it's basically the bull flag strategy on a 10-second time frame. So it's the same. I guess I'm not going super into how I actually utilize it, so I won't go that deep here on YouTube because we're still trading the market here. It's not a class. But then supporting resistance is the language of the market. It's a strategy as well, and that's what I'm utilizing: buying off support, getting the pop off the support, looking for when it hits resistance, selling at resistance, but waiting, see if it pops through where resistance then becomes support, and trying to buying that support. That's all. That's a strategy, but then it's actually understanding the language of the market as well. And then the time and sells in level 2 is when I'm in the trade. That's what. So in other words, if I see a perfect bull flag strategy or a micro pullback, or even if I see those, but then I look at the level 2 and it doesn't look good, I won't trade it. I won't take a trade. I'm like, I'm cool. I won't touch it. So the time and sells as well. Today was not the greatest demonstration of that. I definitely FOMO, definitely got triggered, definitely was upset, definitely had bigger losses, but I have no doubt I'll recover from it. And I lost 25% of my account, so I didn't, not the worst, nearly 30%. Not the worst case. I think here live I dropped 50% of my account once and came back, and obviously came back from that. So it's part of trading. It's part of the journey. So. So sitting tight. No, no. Today I didn't trade the bull flag. Today I was doing support and resistance. I say the bull flag is what I more or less master. That's my #1 strategy. Watching time is so low. Just scanners, they're awfully quiet. OMEX did a nice curl. Looks like it's pulling back. That's kind of the pattern it's been doing. For some reason, this curl, I didn't get any alerts for this high day break, which is, I don't know, I feel like it stopped working. Oh boy. Well, that's great. I had to reset day trade dash, and now I lost all my watch list. So that's the way it goes. So sitting tight. Thanks for the questions. But yeah, taking losses is part of trading. It's just part of the journey. You're gonna make mistakes. It's just, And my hat is always off. I used to watch a lot of YouTubers. Until you do it yourself, it's tough. You're always gonna have critics. So I just lost my watch list, so it's all right. Let's start fresh. All right, we'll just keep an eye on ELAB. Not that I'm interested in trading it, but maybe at the open, it might do something. So just gonna reduce my size. If I have a red day tomorrow, I'll go back and trade a rehab. We've done that before, so. Yeah, ELAB is dangerous. A lot of timing tails. Not doesn't look particularly well. I'm just kind of seeing if it holds over 5 and maybe accelerate, possibly. But yeah, it's a dangerous one. It's popping and dropping. All right, scanners are back working. I will say that YouTube loves it when I go red. Like, good lord. YouTube loves it when I go red. I get a lot of views, which I would say definitely sucks, but like I said, I don't make anything for it. I mean, YouTube takes me out to lunch once a month. That's about it. It's not really worth it. So I am, like I said, I am monetized though, so I do appreciate YouTube taking me out to lunch. Uh, ELPW. Topping tails. Does it have breaking news? No news. It's got a low float. Doesn't have volume. Shimmy and shaking here. Yeah, the LPW kind of hit, popped, and dropped. Man, ELPW is, well, that's brutal. Brutal swings on that. It doesn't have, I don't see news on it. It's not holding to, it's lower price. A lot of lower price moving around. OMEX, it's still holding the top of his initial move, still holding above 2. Doing a pullback, a little support there at 2. Wow, nice acceleration on ELPW. I had a feeling that one might go too. Brutal swings on it though. Man, brutal swings. Low volume, it's tight spread. I don't see news. I don't see news on it. Wow, it's really moving. Let's get a quick pop on it. Not getting any justice with my exit. Not really getting any justice with my entries and exits there. Wow. Just want to see how it holds this moves. I'm a million shares traded now. I don't see news. Anyone see news on this one? Why is it moving? Nice acceleration. It's up 71%. It's becoming obvious. It went straight up the chart now. It's becoming obvious. Okay, this is a one. I don't like the time and sells in level 2. I'm gonna wait. Wait for a pullback on it. Nice acceleration, nice pop. Got a quick dip trade on it. Jumped in, flight size, jumped out. Support at 60. I don't know what's going on here. Anyone see why it's moving? Oh, you see a 4 billion share float. You're definitely not looking at ELPW. I'm sorry, did I say ELAB? ELPW. Support at 60, still holding there. Jeez. Let's jump in that one quick. That one's brutal. Yeah, it's, let's see what the country of origin is. Got quick trades on that. China, come on. Good. ELAP. I'm gonna start writing a list. My goodness, man. Thanks. I see you said that. Thanks for letting me. Because good lord, I just wanted not today. I wouldn't have took those trades on it. I just traded the momentum there, really quick, in and out quick, lower price. Jumped in and out quick. Got a little, about $100 or two. It's all right, little. Huge acceleration. I don't know. It's Chinese. Let's see. Reports. No news. Nothing. I don't know why it's moving. Certainly gave an opportunity to just in out quick. It's probably gonna do a full round trip. It's Chinese. So it accelerated right up the chart really fast. So super quick scalp on it. Yeah, it's an $80 winner there. $20 to the broker, $50 winner. Okay, not bad. $75 winner. $6 to the broker. Not bad. Okay, I thought see I thought it was familiar. I'm like, what is? I thought so. Okay, it did. That's why I'm. What in the world is going on? I'm sorry, guys. We're watching the wrong one. Sorry about that. They're so close together. I guess I'm a little dyslexic. So yeah, I thought it put in a big move a couple of weeks ago. That's why I'm. And then it's close to ELAB, close to ELAB. I'm familiar with ELAB. It put in a big move as well. Looking at the daily chart. Okay. So that's why this one's kind of ringing a bell. That's why I jumped on it quick. All right, we're sitting tight. 20 minutes to open. I don't want to be anything in the open. I want to kind of sit back for the first 10 to 20 minutes of the open, 10 to 15 minutes of the open, unless something's going parabolic. I don't, it's tougher to trade the open because of the halt levels. If you're a priority supporter on YouTube, I'm going to upload the Monday's live trading archive. You'll have that available to you sometime this afternoon after the live stream. So I just want to show my appreciation. And not only will I make sure I answer all your questions. Hey, thanks for giving me love for the background music. I love classical music, by the way, and I wish I could put the classical music I actually like on here, but I can't. I can only put what YouTube approves for copyright material on here. So it's a brutal day. Yeah, it's a brutal day. Yeah, I missed times entry, sized up heavy, broke some rules. Didn't have a cushion on the day. I do apologize, guys. At my Discord members, I see that people are chatting here in the chat. They just did an update to their platform, and I can't see everything as well. I don't know why they did that. Yeah, nice, Chris. Excellent, man. Thanks for posting. Nice posts. Thanks for sharing that. Excellent. Thanks, guys, for showing your trades and where you're doing well. Nice, Chris. Nice, man. I see that you finally got your C Pro worked out. Oh, that's awesome, man. Nice trade. You got some profits there on IPW, and nice. You got a quick pop on BBIG. All right, that makes me feel good, man. I got fried, died, and laid to the side. I'm out. I'm bleeding. I ran out to the battlefield and lost my shins, my knees, my leg, and missing an arm. I fell back in the trench, and Chris is like, all right, it's all right, man. I got him. He came back with pieces of the dragon. I'm like, all right, that's what I'm talking about. It makes me feel good, man. I'm not the kind of guy that, most people is the, at least most experiences out there, at least my experience, misery loves company. Someone's down, they want to bring other people down. I'm the opposite. When I'm down, I like to hear and see good things. It just makes me feel better. So that's good. Thanks for sharing that, guys. So I'm glad you're doing well. Nice. And like I said, I apologize. I can't. They did an update. When I'm going to solve this issue is I'm just going to buy another monitor. So that way that's solved, and I'll keep all of the chats and the WAP and Discord on its own monitor. I'm just going to buy another 49-inch ultra wide, put it right above and be done with it. And I'll use this monitor here just for OBS. Yeah. Nice, man. Out of cash for the day. Excellent. Nice work. So sitting tight. No doubt that I'm gonna easily. In fact, I know for a fact that this summer, if I'm just waiting. We're all waiting. maintaining discipline, waiting for that, for the theme of the market, waiting for something to accelerate 3, 4, 500% off that breaking news that brings all these, because there's so much dispersed attention between the penny stocks and lower price stocks, and then when something moves, a lot of the attention, a lot of the traders are not going to jump off their the preferred symbol, but when the penny stocks are not dominating and we get that one symbol that comes out with that really solid breaking news that everyone's really excited about in a sector, and it starts squeezing up 2, 3, 400%. Yes, that's what I'm waiting for. That's it. I have no doubt that I'll, 10,000 to me nothing. I'll make a lot. 10, 20, 30,000 on that. So sit tight. How many monitors do I have? Yeah, I post my layout in WAP and Discord. But yeah, if you're just a YouTube subscriber, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have one 49-inch ultra wide and two 34-inch ultra wide. 49-inch is 5K. It's a 5K. And the two 34-inch ultra wides are 4Ks. And then I got my laptop. I'm using a MacBook Pro Max. Awesome. I love Mac. It just does everything and doesn't even. My CPU rarely breaks over 25%, and doing everything. So it's running everything. I got a docking station. There's a little science behind how I have everything hooked up with one cable going from the docking station to my MacBook. So it's really nice to have that. But I learned about cables. All cables are not made equally. It's a huge, thick C cable. It's the thickest cable I've ever seen for a C cable. I didn't know. I did some research, and you got to make sure you get a really high capacity cable. And it showed up. This looks like a big rope. I don't know, chain. It's a really thick cable, but it's fast. It's really nice. But yeah. So sitting tight. I use a Steam Deck Loop Deck to execute my trades. Yeah, I may get an opportunity or two this afternoon. We'll see how everything shakes. We got less than 15 minutes to the open. Gonna keep my hands in my pocket. Not gonna trade the open. Gonna let the market see how everything shakes. See what OMEX does. It's still holding that initial acceleration of the move. It's still holding above 2, which is a really good sign. Really good sign. It's got some really decent news out too. It's the top leading gapper, still holding up 150%. So it's definitely pulled back a little bit off its highs. 230 is the high. It's holding at 211, so not too bad. It does have a higher float, though. I don't keep forgetting that. What did I trade today? BBIG. So I got killed on BBIG, then came back and tried to trade ELAB and just mismanaged ELAB and just been off the game today completely, and then tried to do MASK and took losses on that, brutal losses on that, and didn't size up. OMEX, ELPW. Looks like ELPW is doing another little curl. This is a Chinese company, so proceed with caution. It's a brutal market. Brutal market. Pop and drops. Why they did this update. Why, guys? Why are you making it harder for me? Oh wow, that's cool. I remember asking me, hey, have you considered just getting rid of Discord? Yeah, thought about shedding everything now. It takes a lot to run that. Like last night, I had a really issue because of the spammers, and it's like, man, I just want to focus on trading, and because of the spammers, one of my bots malfunctioned or something, and I had to uninstall it and reinstall it, and I had to contact support. And it was like a 4-hour nightmare, and then they didn't have a place where I could just call them, or you could only text them. It was just it was horrible. And at that moment, I was like, I don't want to. It's like I said, it's not. I wanted to just shut it down, but then I got through it and figured it out and got it all reinstalled. And any members are not going to notice the difference because there was no, you didn't notice the bot was having issues. But yeah, every day something like that happens, and every day I think, man, I not only want to shut this Discord down, shut everything down. Yeah. So, but I'm not. I know my members. I'm inspiring a lot of members and encouraging. So it'd be just terrible if one day I'm like, hey guys, I'm out of here. This will be my last month and shutting it down. No, I'm not gonna do that. Just keep pushing through because I'm getting so much better at my patience and it's really helping my trading. Honestly, it holds me more accountable. It definitely holds me more accountable when there's an audience. So it's tough. It's a lot tougher though. That's another reason too. I'll set OMEX. Just did a little news update there. I'll be sitting out, when I'm not broadcasting. It's definitely easier to trade. It's so much more comfortable. Well, it's just me. I don't have an audience. And there's no script. I don't have a script. I do have some notes here for talking points. If I think of a talking point I want to make sure I discuss, so I just have talking point notes here. Otherwise, not reading a script or anything. It's just this is who I am. If you're hanging out with DJ, I know I don't broadcast myself. I'm an introvert. I really don't want I really don't want to be famous. I don't want people coming up to me. I don't like that. I mean, I don't mind if people come up to me, but I'm not out for a bunch of attention. I don't want to be famous. But it's certainly if someone sees me and recognizes me in public and they want to say hi, I don't mind that. But yeah. So sitting tight, just here to encourage and motivate, and you can learn from my ups and downs. Unfortunately, today is a down day. Unfortunately, today's down. It's definitely going to be a red day. Looks like, oh no, ELPW doesn't have news. Oh, I keep forgetting. I know what my problem is too. I didn't sleep last night. I didn't sleep well last night. I woke up every hour. I looked at my clock and saw every hour. And then I decided just to get up at 4 a.m. So I laid down at 7. I saw 8, I saw 9, I saw 10, I saw 12, I saw 2, I saw 3, and then I just got up at 4. So I almost didn't sleep. I don't know why. I know why. Because the market's heating up and I was excited. That's why I kept looking at the market like, man, it's finally starting. I was just so excited. I remember thinking this morning too, like, man, I kind of feel foggy. Like when you don't have enough sleep, I feel kind of foggy. Kind of like I'm looking at the world through a foggy mirror. And that's kind of how I feel right now. So definitely probably contributing factor into my decision making when I was trading. Damn, that's exactly what's happening. Holy smokes. Sorry guys, I'm discovering things while I'm chatting with you. That's the problem. I didn't sleep well. I feel foggy, and that's literally why I was making really poor decisions with my trade. I'm sizing up. That makes sense. Huh. All right. So if I don't have a good night's sleep, I have to reduce my size and expect the red day. That's why I'm off my game. I didn't even down on me. That's good food for thought. Thanks for asking that question, though. That got me thinking. It got me. All right, yeah. Yeah, that's a big deal. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I did not sleep well last night at all. I don't even think I slept 2 hours. Nothing's wrong. I noticed that if I think too hard about something while I'm trying to sleep, I won't sleep. And I was just thinking about trading. Literally was. I'm excited. I really love trading. I do. It's great. To wake up and do this every morning and be successful at it. Travel, trade. I love it. That reminds me. What did Ross call us? We're trash pandas of the market. Ross was wearing a raccoon sweater the other day. And he was like, we're trash pandas of the market. So that's funny. Raccoons are trash pandas. So yeah. All right, we got 5 minutes to the open. Yeah, I might not even trade the rest. I might just go and sleep early. What? I'm here. I'm gonna push through. Yeah, I am definitely tired. Brain's foggy. Can't think straight. So unfortunate it's a red day. Ross is up. It's good. It's a very brutally tough market, and microsecond decision making is critical. Make sure you guys get your sleep, eat well, be healthy. Make sure you're at your full cognitive ability, and if you're not, be aware of it. I'm going to take a little note here. Take a note and say if I don't sleep well the night before, trade reduce size. Don't remind myself. No sleep, half size. Okay, we'll do that. A little reminder. So, sitting tight, looking at the overall sentiment of the market. OMEX is dominating, and I'm not even supposed to be even thinking about trading that. It's got a 47 million share float. What's wrong with me? I'm not even here. It does have 114 million shares traded. I don't even know why. I am definitely mentally in a fog. I'm not on my game. I'm like looking at OMEX like I'm ready to trade it. No. What am I doing? Come on, coach. Somebody slap me. Slap yourself. So, that's another movie reference, by the way. Full Metal Jacket. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie. I quote a lot of movies. And Powell, Major Powell, was kind of the runt of the litter, and the sergeant was on him. He snuck some donuts back. He's like, he didn't say slap yourself. He said choke yourself, Powell. He looked at us. I said, get down and choke. He had his hand like at his waist and like a little choke. It was hilarious. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. I'm not here mentally. I'm literally looking at, and it's 47 million share float, a 44 million share float, and I said that several times, and I think I traded it too, didn't I? I did. I don't know what, I'm out. Man. So yeah, I'm clearly not on my game today. So sorry, I apologize, everyone. Not following the 5-player stock selection because I'm just mentally I'm off. I'm trading something that's higher float. I'm sizing up heavy. It is no wonder it's a max red day. Over max red day. It happens. I'll get back on the ball. Remember Full Metal Jacket? Oh, I love that. It's an old school classic. Okay, we got 2 minutes to open. Just have my 2 minutes to open go. I do apologize, everyone. Yeah, I am definitely not here. I am looking at it. So I'm not going to be touching OMEX no matter what it does. It doesn't meet the 5-pillar stock selection. It's lower price. It has about 15 things wrong with it. Today is a brutal day, brutal market day, and I paid the price with a huge red day. Yeah, gotta learn to walk away sooner too. We'll sit tight. We'll come back. We'll be back. Wouldn't know how to act if you could sleep. Yeah. So yeah, I do hope you guys are green out there. Hope you manage your risk. Hope you're. I know a lot of members are green. I'm excellent. You guys, a lot of members are doing phenomenal. Thanks for sharing. That's motivating. That's encouraging. That's inspiring. But let's try to always be that. Every one of us is going to have these days where we're just not quite here. Ross has it. He went through it. So. So sit tight. Yes, I'm yawning. That's bad. Okay, let's open. So if you've been using the Weeble screeners, you got to reallocate them for the open. So you got to make sure you go to day, and then I keep two setups here. Brain's not working, sorry. You just want to click that, and then you want to hit your refresh button and wait about 2 to 3 minutes, let it allocate. Everything singing and dancing. PLPW, I'm just going to look over PLPW's popping, dancing, trying to get above 3, not holding. ELAB, it's not looking good. It's not really doing anything. It's going sideways. It's kind of holding. OMEX, I don't even know why. What is happening? Good Lord, guys. Okay, excellent. I'm glad to hear your break even though. That's 0 is a wonderful place to be. Oh my God. What would I give to be at 0 right now? So yeah, down 10 grand. Gave back my profits of this week. I made 7 grand this week. So it's not really that bad. Giving a little off the top off my P&L. Nice acceleration the last couple of days, and I just pulled back off the top. I am going to be starting up TradeView. So just for you guys, because everyone's ragging on me about that. I feel like everyone's always going to give me flack unless I just, I don't know, give everyone access to my broker so you can see if I'm, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't matter what you do. Everyone's just like, you don't know what you're doing. You're not a profitable trader. I feel like it doesn't even matter. I was like, here's my password. Here's my account. You go check it out. They're still going to be, oh, and after they steal all my money, they're going to be like, oh, you were a profitable trader. Thank you for that. And my account's gone and emptied out. And then they're still going to be giving me flack and screaming at me and stuff. So, you know, I've learned just to let it, not even pay attention to it. My assessment is, you know, don't let someone tell you something. Find out the evidence for yourself. You know, I learned that really quick. You don't want to just, you know, have someone tell you something and then you don't like someone or do something just because someone told you. You know, do your own investigation. So, sitting tight. Just a plethora of things going wrong. Didn't have no sleep at all last night, and no excuses though. You know, I should have recognized that and responded accordingly. But it just, you know, at least I can figure out what's going on with my trading, why it's so bad today. That's right. I learned that. I'm older too. You know, I have the heart and the mind of probably a, you know, teenager. I'm a older gentleman, and I learned that many moons ago. Man, you can't try to please everyone. It's just not ever. And I learned a very important thing. I learned is someone that doesn't like you, they are going to find a reason not to like you. If someone wants to not like you, they're going to find that reason. They're just if someone's looking for a reason not to like you, they're going to find it. So I learned not to even worry about that.
Yeah.
In the same sense, if someone wants to like you, they want to look for a reason to like you, they're going to find a reason to like you. So once again, that's not to do nothing to do with you. I try not, you know, don't get too mixed up on what's going on in other people's heads. Man, this is a brutal market. Okay, OMEX is taking a dump below VWAB. ELEB is taking everything is just ripping down. ELAB is ripping down. Is something ripping up? Is something? I don't. Sorry, let's see here. My watch list got wiped out, so I can't see everything I was trading today. No. Did you guys see something call it out? I don't see anything. See your question there. Thanks for highlighting it. I'm sorry I'm missing a lot of questions. I do apologize about that, VIP members and YouTube. I see you there, Jeep Girl. Thanks. Let's just look at your comment real quick. Yeah, thanks, G-Bro. Thanks for your positive words there. I really appreciate it. That's funny. Right. It's like, man, if I showed them my broker account, it still ain't gonna matter. If people looking for a reason not to like you, they're just gonna keep looking. Doesn't matter what you do.